Hi everybody, this is Heian. I just realized that I forgot to hit record when we came back from break. So this is my explanation of the content that was covered in this class that that were unfortunately not recorded. So we'll kind of go over this. So when we came back from break, we went over the name of the month. So I'm going to read it out loud with you. This is 1월, 2월, 3월, 4월, 5월, 6월, 7월, 8월, 9월, 10월, 11월, 12월. And then to ask, what day is it today? You're asking, 오늘이 며칠이에요? So you'll notice that the topic particle is different here, but you're still using 이에요. So note about how to say the day, date. So 월 here is a counter for month. So in English, you say January, February, March, April, and so on and so forth, and it doesn't really contain what month of the year it is. Like, is it the first month, second month? It doesn't contain the order of it in its name. In Korean, it's very straightforward. We say the first month, second month, third month, fourth month, and so forth. So only exception to that are these, highlighted in red. 6월. So instead of saying 6월, you say 6월. And then instead of 10월, we say 10월. Okay? So those are the only exception to counting it straight. Like exactly the same. So you're going to say if, and it's the same thing with date. So if I were to say 26th day, I would say 26일. And if I were to say the first day, this is the confusing part for a lot of people in the class, was you're going to say 일 twice because 일 is a counter for day. So you're going to say 일. So we went over a few practices in class, going over people's birthdays. So let's practice. If you want to say May 27th, how would you say that in Korean? And I'm going to bring back the format here. So you're going to say 월, and then put the number here, and then the date, and then you're going to say 일, 이에요. So May is the 5th month, right? 5th month. And then you're talking about the 27th day. So what's 5? So it's going to be 오. 5 is 오. And then 27th. How do you say 27th? 27일, right? So you're going to say 2. That's 10. That's 2. So 2 in the 10th digit, and then 7, and then this is a counter for date. Day. So this is gonna be 5월 27일이에요, right? Okay. What if I wanted to say, I'm gonna just try to draw this. 월이에요. 1이에요. 생일이, I'm gonna say 생일이 며칠이에요? So that's asking, when is your birthday? Birthday. And I'm gonna say, let's say my birthday is February 11th. What would you say? So February is what? Second month. So it's going to be 2월 10, 10, 10, and then 11 is 10일. So this is going to be 2월 10일 일이에요. So it's very, 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 very important. You say 일 and 일. Because 일 is going to be the counter for day. And then 10일 indicates it's the 11th. Right? Otherwise, if you just say 일 once, then it's going to be February 10th instead of 11. So if you just said 2월 10일이에요, then it would just mean February the 10th. So you gotta be careful with that. If you mean the 11th, you gotta say 일 twice. 10일이에요. And you gotta make sure it's super clear so that you don't lose marks on your oral assessment. So let's do another similar one. So if I wanted to say my birthday is November 21st actually. Or if my birthday was December 31st. So these are good examples. What's November? November is 11th month. So it's going to be 11월 20, 21st, 21일이에요. If I was talking about December, December is the 12th month. So it's going to be 12월 30일이에요. Super important. Learn to distinguish 일 and 이. And make sure you say il twice if it ends in if it's the first of anything. Because 21 is 21 and another il is a counter for day. Okay? Clear that. Let's do a few more practices. So March, I want you to pause the video if you need to, and then do it yourself. Second, March 12th. I was right. I was getting confused. March 12th. March is the third month. So it's going to be 3월 12일. Okay. What about if you have June 21st. June is the 6th month, but remember it's not 6. It's not 6월. It's not strictly like that number. 6 is 6, but June, the 6th month, is 6월. So this was one of the exceptions, right? So you want to be very careful. I'm going to write that again. June 21st. So it's going to be 6th month. 6월. Exception. 21일. 이에요. Okay? Alright, so that's enough practice. Or let's do single digit. Actually. Let's say August. No, actually. Another exception. What was it? October. Let's do October 8th. So October is the 10th month, but instead of saying 10월, it's incorrect. You're going to say 10월, and then 8 is 8, 1이에요. Okay? All right. So those are the months of the those are how you say the dates of the year. And then we went over first person pronouns, and I'm going to kind of take this and explain a couple things here. So 나 is a plain form. Let's see if I can. 나 is a plain form. And then 나는, so that topic particle 는 or 은, that's actually kind of distracting. I'm going to turn that off. 는 follows first noun. And if I want to say I am, use a different color. I am 혜연. Actually, not that bad. I am 혜연. And I can say it in plain form or humble form. So I'm going to take this chart and then bring it to the sketchbook. So plain form, humble form. Plain is 나 or 나는, as for me. And then humble is 저는. And what else was there? And I also, 나도, 저도. So this is as for me. Also, me. Say, I want to say, I am 혜연. This is a form of equilateral equational expression. Equational expression takes noun 1 and then use a topic particle 은 or 는. Okay? And then noun 2 and say 이에요 or 예요. And keeping this chart in mind, I'm going to look at I am 혜연 in a plain, casual form. And then humble form. So if I wanted to say I am Haein, my noun 1 is 저 or 나, right? And then my noun 2 is going to be Haein. And if we look at the expression, it's going to be noun 1, 은 or 는. Noun 2, 이에요, 예요. When do we use 예요? We use 예요 when the noun 2 ends in a vowel. When noun 2 ends in a vowel, we use 예요. When noun 2 ends in a consonant, we use 이에요. When noun 1 ends in a vowel, we use 는. And when noun 1 ends in a consonant, we use 은. Here, right? So, if I want to say I am Haein in a casual form, actually, then the ending after noun 2 is going to be 이야. So it's going to be, if I want to say I am Haein in casual form, you're going to say 나는 Haein 이야. So 나 is a casual form. 이야 is a casual ending. If I want to say I am Haein in a polite form, you would say 저는 Haein 이에요. I'm going to go back to that chart. Sorry, I'm going to show you this for a little bit. I'm going to go back to this chart. In a plain form, I am Haein. 나는 Haein이야. 저는 Haein이에요. But if my name was Hanny, ending in a vowel, then I would say 나는 Hanny. 야. So instead of ending in 이야, I'm going to say 야. And then I would say 저는 Hanny. Sorry, I'm like not writing the name as I read it. 저는 Hanny 예요. Okay. So those are the plain and humble form. So if I wanted to say, say I was, I'm going to delete this. Say I was talking to someone my age, and then I wanted them to, let's say I was talking to, let's say I was a third year. I'm a third year. I'm going to see if I can. I'm a third year talking to another third year. I'm going to use a plain form. And I say, 나는 3학년이야. And then they're going to say, I am also third year. Then they would say, 나도 3학년이야. Versus if you were being more polite to each other, you would say, 저는 3학년 이에요. And then you would say 저도 3학년 이에요. Okay, so that's a plain form, polite form. And let's look at this warning sign over here. I'm gonna clear this out again. Let's look at this warning sign here. There are several second person pronouns such as 너, but no second person pronoun may be used to an adult, equal, or senior. So if you were to refer to someone as 너, you, they would actually be quite offended in Korea, especially if they were older, adult, or someone in position of authority. It's a no-no. Big no-no. Don't say no. So in English, it's acceptable to say you and then follow it along, right? So let's say you are a good swimmer. So if you were to say to someone in position of authority, you are a good swimmer, and then said 너는 수영을 잘한다. Or something like that, something along those lines, and use 너. Important thing here is to understand 너, or refer to them as 너, saying you. It would be very, very, very bad. It wouldn't be polite at all. Even if the person was around your age, it could sometimes be considered rude to just say 너. Okay? Only time you would be safe using 너 to as you is when you're talking to someone younger. Then it would be okay. So that's one note that was over here. And only alternative is to address or reference terms as second person pronouns. For example, 김 선생님. So if I was talking to my mom or talking about my mom, I wouldn't say 엄마, 너 이거 하세요. 이거 해주세요. You wouldn't say 엄마, you wouldn't say 너 to mom. You would say 엄마. You would actually say 엄마, please do this for me. 엄마, please do that for me, and so on and so forth. So very important. Okay. Oh, what is happening? Alright, so I'm gonna go back, try to find the page that I was on. Okay, so I want you to practice. I'm correct. The topic particle 은는 as for indicates. So this is the equilateral expression that I was talking about. So noun 1 and noun 2. Noun 1 is followed by the topic particle 은 or 는. Noun 2 is followed by the conversational form of the verb 이다, to be. 이에요 or 예요. And 은는, when the noun 1 ends in a consonant, 는 when noun 1 ends in a vowel, and then 이에요 when noun 2 ends in a consonant, and 예요 when noun 2 ends in a vowel. So the topic particle 는, I'm gonna delete this. Oh no. Okay, I can't do this. Anyway, you can see it. So when noun ends in a consonant, when noun ends in a vowel. Un when noun ends in a consonant, and nin when noun ends in a vowel. So let's practice. Noun ends in Maria. Maria ends in a vowel, right? So it's going to be nin. Eric ends in a consonant. It's going to be nin. Un. Eric, un. And then Chris ends in a vowel. It's going to be nin. And Jonathan ends in a consonant. So it's going to be un. 조나단은. And then 저 ends in a vowel. So it's going to be 는. So 마리아는, 에릭은, 크리스는, 조나단은, 저는. And then it's going to be followed by 학생이요, because it's an equilateral expression, or 가수예요. So in this case, 학생 is noun 2, and it ends in a consonant. So you're going to have 이에요 ending. And 학생 means student. And then 가수 is a noun 2 in this case. And it ends in a vowel, so you're going to have a 예요 ending. So 마리아는 학생이에요 means Maria is a student. 에릭은 가수예요 means Eric is a singer. So we're going to fill in the blanks here. 마이클 ends in a consonant, so it's going to be 마이클은 학생이에요. 수지 ends in a vowel, so it's going to be 수지는 미국 사람이에요. 유미 ends in a vowel, 유미는 한국 사람이에요. 수잔 ends in a consonant, 수잔은 4학년이에요. And then 저 ends in a vowel, 저는 1학년이에요. 미국 사람, 한국 사람. Anyone know what that means? 미국 사람. 미국 means America, like USA. 사람 means a person. So 미국 사람 means American. 한국 사람. 한국 means Korea. 사람 means person. So 한국 사람 means Korean. And then we remember about 4학년 and 1학년. 학생 means student. And 4학년 means senior or 4th year. And then 1학년, freshman or 1st year. Okay. All right. Copula ida, to be, is attached to the second N, so second ida we're talking about here. Ida, it was originally ida, becomes 이에요, 예요, to complete the comment structure. So in this case, 마이클 정 is a name, and it's noun 2. 마이클 정이에요. 스티브 윌슨이에요. Ends in a consonant, ends in a consonant. 김유미 ends in a vowel, 예요. 스테파니 ends in a vowel, 예요. 니콜 ends in a consonant, so it's going to be 예요. Okay? So let's introduce each other. So in this case, noun 1 is 저, I, and noun 2 are going to be these. 저는, I am Sai. 저는 Sai, 예요. I am G-Dragon. 저는 G-Dragon. Which one is it? 예요, right? Because it ends in a consonant. And then 저는 Jessica. Jessica ends in a vowel, so it's going to be 예요. 시우민 ends in a consonant. 이에요. 저는 태연 ends in a consonant. 이에요. 저는 한이 예요. Okay, so let's practice again. 마이크 consonant, so it's going to be 이에요. 소피아 vowel, it's going to be 예요. 수잔 consonant, 이에요. 폴 consonant, 이에요. 리사, vowel, 예요. So 마이클, 이에요. 소피아, 예요. 수잔, 이에요. 폴, 이에요. 리사, 예요. Okay, so keep this in mind. This is going to be very, very important on your midterm. Equilateral expression, I'm going to be giving you noun 1 and noun 2, and I'll be asking you to create an equational expression. Keep on saying equilateral, but it's equational expression. So if I give you noun 1, Obama, and then noun 2, like president. So in the Obama, president, 대통령. President is 대통령 in Korean. You're going to create, what expression are you going to create? 오바, 마. So it ends in a vowel. So you're going to select, you're going to say 오바마는. And then you're going to give noun 2, 대통령. And then you're going to say, because it ends in a consonant, you're going to say 이에요. And that's how you would create the sentences. Okay? Same thing here. Identify the topic 1. Topic 1 is Michael here. Noun 2 is 대학생, college student. 저 is noun 1 is I here. And then noun 2 is 김유미. Noun 1 is I. Noun 2 is sophomore, second year. And here we're going to talk about the omission of the topic here. So when you know that you're talking about topic 김유미 here. 김유미, 저는 김유미예요. I am 김유미. 저는 2학년이에요. I am sophomore. You don't have to say 저는 twice. You can just say 저는 김유미예요. 2학년이에요. Because we know that we're talking about you, 김유미. We know we're talking about 김유미. Same thing for everything else. If I was talking about my mother, I don't have to say my mother is very kind. She likes cleaning. I don't have to say she all the time. I can just say my mother is very kind, likes cleaning, and start my sentences like that. And same thing here, equilateral expressions, and we're going to go ahead and practice. Let's see. Concurrent. Michael, student. Michael, student is 학생, and then we're going to add in Michael, ends in a consonant, so it's going to be 은. 학생, ends in a consonant, it's going to be 이에요. Okay, and I am American. 저, American, 미국 사람. 이에요. 저는 미국 사람이에요. And then you can practice making your sentences here. 브랜든. So it's going to be 브랜든 은 2학년이에요, right? Because it ends in a consonant, And then 모니카 ends in a vowel. 모니카는 1학년이에요. And then 카네스 ends in a vowel. 카네스는 3학년이에요. 라이언 ends in a consonant. 라이언은 4학년이에요. Okay, and then you can create your sentences. 저는, so noun 1 is going to be I. My noun 2 is Michael. And then same thing, so you just use noun 1. So 저는 소피아예요. 저는 수잔이에요. 저는 폴이에요. 저는 리사예요. So ends in a vowel. It's going to be 예요. Ends in a consonant. It's going to be 이에요. Ends in a consonant. 이에요. Ends in a vowel. 예요. So that's how it's going to look like. A question today was if this was, instead of being separate sentences, if this was a paragraph, do we omit 저는 here? And the answer is no in this case because your noun is changing. So, but if I was constantly talking about Michael, because Michael had to have has a lot of identities. Mike is not just Mike, but he's also a student. He's third year and things like that. Then I can say 저는 마이클이에요. And then omit 저는 and then say 학생이에요. And then 3학년이에요. So in this case, I can omit 저는 here because Michael, the core identity of the person that we're talking about, doesn't change. But in this case, it does. So we can't omit 저는 here. But that kind of paragraph wouldn't really exist, right? Because, yeah. And then let's try it, practice. Noun 1 is going to be Yumi. Noun 2 is going to be Korean. So Yumi는 한국 사람이에요. And then 스티브는 3학년이에요. 소피아는 대학생이에요. And you should practice doing this on your own because all these vocabulary should come naturally to you. Not naturally, but because these are all the vocabularies included in this lesson. So to practice, you should try making this on your own in Scratch and then follow from scratch and follow along with me. Okay. So we did go through a bit of introduction with the classmates. So you see that they omitted 저는 here. 저는 한국 사람이에요. Instead of saying 저는 한국 사람이에요, she went 저는 김연아예요. 한국 사람이에요. 3학년이에요. Because we're talking about 김연아 the whole time. Same thing. 저는 리사예요. 대학생이에요. 4학년이에요. And then 도 is used, as we talked about, to have also. So 김유미 is 1학년이에요. 김유미는 1학년이에요. 김유미 is freshman, but Michael is also freshman. So we would use the particle 도 to indicate he's also freshman. As for Yumi, Michael too, parallel. 스티브는 3학년이에요. But we wouldn't use 도 here because 김유미는 1학년이에요. So he's third year, she's second year, very different. So we have to be I can't pronounce the word. We have to show contrast from Steve because they're not in the same year. But Michael and Kim Yumi are in first year together. So we want to indicate that Michael is also first year comparative to Yumi. Okay, so in this case, fourth year, both fourth year. A and B are both fourth year, so it's going to be 도. And then, but here, Yumi is Korean, but Yumi is Korean student. Sorry, I'm looking at number 3. Yumi is Korean, but Jessica is American. So to contrast, we would say Jessica는, not 도는 미국 사람이에요. 유미는 한국 학생이에요. Michael is also 한국 학생이에요. Korean student. So we would say 도, Michael도. 한국 학생이에요. To say he's also. And then Steve is third year, but Sophia is second year. So we're just going to say 소피아는 2학년이에요.
Conversation 2.
Okay, and that's it for all the course materials covered in this class. Thank you for watching.